Scott Bessent kind of dropped a bomb. I felt it was coming when he said, hey, the Chinese let us know there's no real new meeting scheduled, and they're kind of slowing things down. I directly equate that to what happened in Moscow. But Spencer, from your perspective, because you know the details here, get us up to speed on where we are, because this is the deal that everything revolves around. Where we are right now, and where do you think this thing's going?
Steve, thanks for having me on the program. I love coming on War Room. You guys got the best people, and we give you the best information. So right now, the tariffs negotiations, they're paused. They're paused for 90 days. The effective tariff rate right now is about 51%. That includes your 20% fentanyl rate, the 10% base rate on top of that. And then, of course, there's tariffs on aluminum, on steel, on automobile parts. There's de minimis tariffs, which are higher as well. So your effective tariff rate right now is about 50%. So it's lower than it was when the negotiations started. But it's just about where it needs to be. I'd like to see it get up to just over 60%, but we're almost where we need to be. The reality is here, from my perspective, China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001. And in doing so, they made a ton of commitments that they would play fair, that they wouldn't steal intellectual property, that they would allow access to American companies and to Chinese markets. And they didn't do any of that. They've scrapped and nixed and weaseled out of every agreement that they've ever signed in relation to trade, because the point of trade for China has nothing to do with fair business. They don't care about American industry. They don't care about the American people. They only care about enriching the Communist Party. And part and parcel of that is their trade policy. You have to understand that China's entire economic system is geared towards ripping off America. What they've done is there's two prongs to it. The first prong is the unfair trade practices, which are netting them approximately $400 billion a year or more in the trade deficit. And then the second part of that is the intellectual property theft. China is responsible for about 80% of all global intellectual property theft. It costs America anywhere between 225 and 600 billion every single year. Every single year. So China is stealing almost $1 trillion worth of product every year. This is all about enriching the Communist Party of China. And President Trump is the first president to fight back against this in over 50 years.